Hello and welcome back to the Forgotten City. So last time we finally made it. Finally got the freaking election. You know, we got Meliodas down from the position he withdrew, and we got Galerius to become magistrate. Yeah, which means Dooley is able to be rescued, and I got the last plaque, and I put the last plaque in the thing, and now I'm here in the temple that leads to the god of the underworld. Which, yeah, quite an ordeal to get all the way here. And last time I did go and talk to him in here. I think I'm supposed to say neutral here. I did do that, but then I died after I broke the I broke something where Persephone or whatever her name is again was, and people came after me and I died. I think I was supposed to just run away. So another thing I figured out, I was just setting the game up and I accidentally pressed the down button. So, you know, when I got that weird effect for a while in the game, that's why, because, yeah, that you can apparently play with different effects, so I didn't notice I did that. I thought it was a glitch, but, you know, if you want to do that, you can play the game like this, which is kind of neat. Also, there's a, yeah, photo mode pressing up. Anyway, yeah, so last time I went through a bunch of options and eventually I pissed him off enough. So
and here you are. No girl to the Sumerians, but the one constant, and I've been watching. And what is more,
so I'm just gonna
was never, but there will be first.
so I want to go through the same options I did before. Just like skip them all, because I want to make sure I get these in case something changes. This one don't say the same thing I did before, but I pissed him off. Well, that was like a lot of text actually. Let me see, I think, it's like I went to one of these and this was, it's one of these that led to another option at some point, then I said something bad. Responsible for the golden rule. Yeah, okay, I went in here at some point. So responsible for destroying all these lives.
I give your kind a second chance, and when you disobey, and so you.
Why did these golden bows come? Oh yeah, I remember saying that. Yeah. What do you consider sin? Okay, this is where I think. Principle is not as easy to apply as it sounds.
For you, perhaps.
Okay, that's good enough to not piss him off. Because I just wanted to say all the rest of the things before I escalate things. Because I really don't know how long there is left of the game, but I have 2 endings left. I know that much. Meaning, one of them is going to be this, and I don't really know what the other one is, but I'm probably just going to look it up or something to, you know, in case it isn't obvious. Like, I don't know, but anyway. How do you know when people sin?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
Wait, did I say this? Oh, wait, maybe that wasn't what I said before. Is Persephone connected to the statues in the same way? Persephone, that's, yeah.
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not.
Right, yeah, no, I said this. Okay, so that wasn't what I... No reason. Okay. Okay, so okay, so that wasn't the last thing I said. I thought I... Yeah, Okay, I remember this stuff. So, let me see.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
He wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
Fair enough. You can't know what he would expect. You're just speculating. I don't want to escalate right now.
Now tell me, what other sins
Let me just... So that's all the questions I had. Okay, let's... Okay, yeah. Let's say this. I want to see what happens when you say this. Don't piss him off, because he said he was gonna like judge me or something. And I want to see what happens when that happens.
Good. Then now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see to the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this person? Carol, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
I'm from the future. Maybe getting forgetful in your old age. Let's tell the truth.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
I don't know.
Okay, so I always kind of thought like this was a place that was still in our time in a way. Like it was, you know, it's the underworld, right? It doesn't have to, you know, look like our time by any means. And, you know, all these people are here, but they could have been here at any time, you know, when they died and then they came here. But apparently it's still in the past, still in, you know, Roman times and stuff, I guess. Ancient Roman times. And I thought that was kind of confirmed because of all this, you know, sci-fi stuff around us, that it is indeed. Well, I guess he said he was from space right before at some point, so I guess it's just alien stuff. I guess, yeah, he's not even really a god, he's more like an alien super being, kind of like Fall in Marvel's Fall, right? And that stuff, not actually gods, but god-like alien super creatures. Comics. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go a route here. I'm gonna go a route of telling the truth and seeing if there's a different ending from not saying the truth and, you know, helping Persephone here. I want to see what happens in that case. Because I think that might be a different ending. I have no idea what could be a different ending. But let's see this.
That would explain why you first appeared in her shrine. But how is that possible? She has slumbered for 3,000 years.
She's awake. In fact, she's using the statue to whisper to me. Sorry, I take that back. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, you're so betraying Persephone right now. It's like, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for the fact that I know there's 2 more endings and I'm curious to see all of them, and maybe this is gonna be one of them somehow. I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna, you know, reset afterwards, reload the game or whatever happens. Or maybe I die again, I don't know.
You would have me believe that all this time she has been deceiving me, and that you are the pawn she has chosen to undermine me. Then she has chosen poorly, because you are clearly a fool. However, you will make a fine statue.
Okay. So it just goes this way anyway, it seems. Enough talk, I'm going to end this. So I picked the non-golden bow before. You may be immortal, but your beloved isn't.
First you betray her trust. Now you plan to kill her. Truly, you are a despicable creature. The many shall suffer.
Okay, so that still doesn't work. So, where is the crown? Don't see any crown. Oh, wait. There we go. So, oh dang it! See that again? Like, it's not actually easy. I didn't mean to. Okay. Well, again, it lets us get some more options. I guess I don't need to say up all the options to him again. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think it's just more law, if anything. I don't think it has any impact. I mean, I can't tell. Yeah. So in here, there's just a few options, like so
the midwife and the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent?
she wouldn't want to be experimented upon if she was skilled.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine.
That's these things to the interpretation of the rule.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning.
Yeah, you said this before. Yeah.
Supposing you're right, then my look.
I already know it. And of course not, never mind.
Now tell me.
It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than human.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
Yes? No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp of right and wrong is so perfect he can be trusted with all this power. You've become a tyrant.
I should strike you down for that.
And if you did, you'd be proving my point.
Now, did you have any...
Interesting.
You
I want to go through some of these here.
You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
He wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of a loan.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
Fair enough. The whole concept of differences like slavery is unethical. It's illegal under international law where I'm from.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority. This is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty where you're from?
It's customary to take out a loan to buy a house, and in some places to pay for an education.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt?
It depends, typically decades, sometimes their entire life.
I fail to see how your system of loans is significantly
Oh,
different to a debt
neck crank.
signing over his labor for 30 years.
Fair enough, it's not the same thing.
Supposing you're...
Okay.
Now tell me.
A scam.
The tavern keeper, yes? How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wanted someone else to sell her hemlock if she thought she was buying a means to
I
escape.
disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what she would expect from others. She would view it as a game, one she intends to win.
You can't know what she would expect. You're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't that make it inherently subjective and unreliable?
Well, if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people.
Supposing you're right.
Alright, same.
Now tell
Yeah, I think all of these are just gonna go to the same kind of thing in general, so I don't think any of these can convince him. I don't think anything can, really, but... You wouldn't want someone else to demand another spirit? Okay, okay, let's put this. Okay, now that. Yeah, okay. Suicide, and let's hit this as well. And... why does it say yes here?
then you are a fool. But what else did I expect? Now, did you?
Okay.
Only it is
I
Okay, let's go a different route here, maybe. I want to see if I can get anywhere else somehow, other than having to break the glass or whatever. Maybe you're getting forgetful in your old age.
You would have us believe that my servant merely forgot bringing you here.
Yes, I was welcome up here in about 2,000 years.
That sounds improbable. Carol, does this mortal speak the truth? Or should I strike her down where she stands?
perhaps the waters of the River Lake are known to have that effect.
I will take you at your word. But as long as your past remains shrouded in mystery, it seems I must put your reckoning on hold. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you see?
Interesting. Okay. Didn't expect that to work. I would like you to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
If you're doing this for love, you should know that Pacific doesn't love you. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself?
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Didn't you abduct Persephone and prisoner here? You attacked people in the city against their will. You've given terrible punishment to hundreds of people, some for minor sins and some who committed no sins at all. I kind of doubt this would go anyway. I doubt that his entire reason for doing this in the first place, you know, with Persephone and all that, and yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, but I don't know.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
Where I'm from, collective punishment is considered one of the most egregious crimes there is. If our positions were reversed, you wouldn't want me to punish you for the sins of other people.
But I am a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
Yes. No.
Of course not, because that would be absurd, just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
Fair point. What makes your kind superior to mine? Your kind might can't be so different, given that you're in love with one of us.
Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine.
Why does the wisdom and technology make you superior? Lifespan, so you're not immortal then?
Because that is the source of our power,
Fair point. So you think you're not obliged to treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us?
you could say that.
Can't think of a good counter argument. Kind of funny. You can just say, I don't know. No. What was the Roman Stoic said? Treat you inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you.
My kin have no superiors.
Everyone has superiors. There's always someone more powerful. If not now, then in the future. That sounds arrogant. Perhaps you're not as different from humans as you think.
I suppose there is a hierarchy among my kin, with Jupiter at the top.
So, are you treating humans the way you wish Jupiter to treat you?
Make your point, mortal.
I'm saying if you can't follow your own rule, how can you expect humans to? I'm saying you're an arrogant, immoral hypocrite.
Let me ponder that for a moment. If you are right, then it would follow that all this time I have been in the wrong. But no, the very thought of it grieves me. How can I accept your argument when doing so would make me a tyrant and a monster?
It's the truth. You committed atrocities and you need to own up to it.
Your hubris grows tight. You will make a fine statue.
I think there could be a way to convince him in that it feels possible. I don't know. But
Do you really think you can rule me?
but you will love it, isn't?
Dare you threaten her? This ends now. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I think I took it. Okay, I took it. Okay. Running away. Am I gonna actually make it this time? Maybe. Okay. Ow. Don't hurt me. Jeez. Maybe I should shoot back? Normally I don't think you can though. There's not statues. Well, I guess I have not a chance to convince him or something. I mean, yeah, I'm glad I didn't try this because this is taking a lot. Yeah, this is already taking a bit too. Because I simply am not able to outrun and have to do this again. Alright, so I just say not any questions. And forgetful. And lie. Somehow this works. I just want to get out of here.
Selfish little creature. It is out of the question. You know far too much now, and would only corrupt the wager. You will remain here as my servant until the wager is won, or the golden rule is broken. It is not open for discussion.
Never mind, I'll be going now. I like to put it into the golden rule. I guess I'm gonna try going down this route of Persephone. Now, I just doubt it's gonna do much, but I should try. If you're doing this for love, you should know that Persephone doesn't love you.
I see what you are doing. You are trying to undermine the one thing keeping me anchored here. You are playing a dangerous game.
Well, this just sounds like the same route as at one time.
Liar! How dare you come into my... You will make a...
Okay, that's quickly gonna go there. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought it wouldn't.
suffer for the sins of the One.
How good that is. I can not tell what I'm supposed to pick up there. It's a bunch of stuff. It's kind of a mess. I feel like you're just supposed to run and just kind of get lucky, or I don't really, don't think I can fight back. Yeah, it doesn't seem to really do much. But a bit further, maybe I can make it this time. I still think there's another way to do it, like to get through to him somehow. It feels like it's possible, like, because I remember it taking a while to like convince the guy on the ground at one point, and like there was a lot of different routes, and eventually, you know, I managed to get out. It's just a very specific route you gotta take. So that's what I'm thinking. Is the same case here? Like, you know, it's almost a boss battle of conversation trees. It's kind of silly in a way that this is how this game works, but it is, you know, what the entire game really is. Conversations and arguments and debate in a way all that time. I guess, yeah, going this way is the best way. Hey, I just had one zip line I didn't take, whatever. I think it's fine. Oh, hi. Oh god, no, no, oh. Can I get up? Oh. This isn't good. Can I go somewhere from here, or? Yeah, I think so. Ugh, a little scared, because you can easily die in this game if you're not careful. Okay, and then you... I think you go up a level, and then you can get there. Okay, there we go. Okay. And I guess we go and see what happens now. Alright. I don't know, like... This is one ending, there's gotta be one ending, but I feel like there's gotta be another ending to it, right?
Salve, friend.
Okay, so, so I gotta go back and show him the crown, huh? Alright. Okay, I thought... Okay, never mind. I thought something else would happen here, somehow. For some reason I thought it was gonna create a time paradox again and we're gonna be flung to the past, but I don't know why that would be the case, I guess. I don't know, but... Anyway. Let's show the crown to him. That's what I have to do, it seems. Alright. Yep, yep. Running all the way back. Yeah, this was definitely not possible last time. It would have been a very long episode, and nope, nope, I did not want to do that. I don't even know, I mean, it might not even be the final episode, this episode, because who the hell knows for this game? Like, it's such a hard game to determine the length of when you want to do as much as I want to do in this game. You know, it could have ended it many episodes ago, obviously, if it was like, okay, I got one and then that's it. But this game is not a game where I feel like that's really what you want to do. Like, it's such a specific type of game. Okay, so Pluto, and then this is the Greek one, meaning it's Hades? Yes, okay. Yeah. I know mythology now, a little bit, tiny bit, and then it's Cyrus. And then it's Nurgel. Nurgel? I don't know. Okay, let me create another save here. Okay, yeah. Oh, F is there. So, wait. Yeah, does that mean that's we're in space? And the underground is actually in space? I guess so. I didn't really think. You know, when it's underground, you know, you think it's underground. But I guess, yeah, it makes sense it's in space when they're aliens and stuff. Anyway. Why don't we just shoot the glass from over there before? Anyway, yeah, I only know this. We've talked before. Somehow you don't know that, interestingly. Well, you know that? See this? It's Persepone's crown. Throw.
I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
You despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I can do this all day, and the golden rule, oh, I will.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium, humiliated and alone.
That's the idea. Well, what's it going to be?
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years. And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Persephone is a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
We just want to return to the world. Why can't we go to Elysium?
Because despicable creatures like you have no place there. My kin would never allow it. The best I can do is return you to the land of the living. I will have Carol make arrangements to ferry you this. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why? That's not what I want. Don't make me kill her again. Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get this over with.
You best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
Okay. I did it. So, what is the other ending I can get? That's what I'm wondering, like, that's the fourth one somehow. Huh. I don't know what it could be necessarily, like,
Oh,
I think it's best I look that up, honestly.
bit of a fray. Thought I was in here long.
Like, just because I kind of want to see if I can do that today and just finish it off today, because I've been playing this game for a while, a lot longer than I thought it would, like, which, you know, I'm glad for in some ways, but also I am ready to finish the game. Like, I think I've done pretty much all I wanted to do. Like, there might be a thing or two I missed, but like, it's okay. But yeah, I just wanna get all the endings if I can now. Anyway.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
So yeah, I think this
Know who
is
you
the
are.
same as
I
before.
remember how I got here myself. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people, fortunately for us, the last person in here. Apparently there was a community of they believe that if even one person sinned, an unknown
Pretty sure this is all
just as
stuff you've
Galerius
said
had finished praying
before.
for a good harvest, an oracle appeared and told him how to saving the life of a dying
Wait, oh maybe not,
foiling an
maybe.
assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one
Yeah,
right here,
yeah, okay.
and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, that's me. These moments are crazy.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'm right behind you. Okay.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Okay. I can expect that, but it doesn't do anything. Weird.
You're back. But you're alone.
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered?
Scott, you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. Scott, the ruins of an ancient underground city.
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look. Here he comes. Ow. It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Did I maybe skip her revealing herself there? Maybe? Oh. Maybe there was new stuff there.
And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, Karen, ferry us home. I kind of wish I had maybe spoken to her more there. I don't know if anything would have changed. Oh, what is this here? 1 year later. This is new now. Oh, look at this. A museum, I think. What does it look like? Definitely looks like a museum.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, After everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet. And I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Hmm. Is a woman statue of an unknown man in an inscrutable pose. One hand seems to welcome, the other wants. Hmm.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what are you doing here?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
I wonder if I had talked to him more during the last run through, something else would have happened. But whatever. There could be so many changes in this game depending on what you do, or you don't do. So who knows? What are you doing with yourself these days? You with Equita now?
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
You with Equita now?
I know! I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're gonna be around, we'd love to see you there.
I love that. Count me in. Obviously. It was good to see you again, Galerius.
Of course, there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Okay, that's a lot of people to talk to. It seems like it's everyone here.
Oh, hello.
I believe depicting a great circular portal and Persephone development goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. Her story is a grim one. It's said she was abducted by Pluto and forced into marriage against her will. So, okay.
There
Let me
she
just
is.
talk to
You're here.
you
It's
now.
lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too, Equita. I can never say her name. Equita?
So,
Equitia?
you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just
Sorry?
teasing. And it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this. I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
What are you doing with yourself these days? How's Livia?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
I'm looking at the timer right now and am I at 45 minutes? I don't think I'm gonna have time to do the last ending today. Though I'm worried that the last ending isn't a significant one. Like it's like one of the endings before was kind of like not as much, and I'm wondering if I have no idea. And God, I might need to do another episode. I mean, it's fine. I will do another episode, but I also don't know if that episode is even gonna have enough content. But I didn't think this episode was gonna have enough content, and it seems like there's a lot of content because it's already at 45. This game, man, it keeps going. It's so long, surprisingly. But anyway, let's try to get through all these conversations.
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere.
I'll do that.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Hi, Dolly.
Hello, I'm Dooley.
I remember who you are, Dolly.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big help. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't know it.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house.
Hey man, it's fine. I can't say the name either.
Help me remember when I forget things. Like brushing my teeth.
It was good to see you again, Dolly.
Bye-bye.
So, kind of like people acclimated to the future pretty easily, it seems. Like, even he's able to with his vising. But I don't know. I mean,
Hi
Yeah.
there.
You're the Oracle, right?
Abbie is fine.
Of course, sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Whatever happened to Malleolus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital.
Well, that makes a lot more sense than
She
most
was
other people here,
viciously
honestly.
unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
I think you're allowed to feel that way. Sounds like they got what was coming to them. I mean, yeah.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I mean, yeah. They took advantage of people. I mean, yeah.
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently he'd proposed before they'd even met, and last I heard she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Don't worry, something tells me she's going to get what she deserves. As the Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in her future.
Really? Huh. I feel better already. Thank you.
She was scammed by a Nigerian prince, wasn't she? That's what they're going for, I think. Yeah. Because like I wasn't paying half paying attention there because I'm still like looking at the time and being like, oh, this is gonna take a while to talk to everyone, and if we're gonna go all the time.
Wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on
I
that.
hope so.
Statue of Apollo, the last stone statue of Apollo, and the Roman Greek god of the season, healing, among other things. I think like these things, yeah, are things from the past. I don't know if there's any new text. Yeah, I think these. I don't think I should read them all again, probably. Anyway,
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
hey Lucretia.
Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So,
What are you doing with yourself
Once
these
I knew
days?
to get into medical school, as much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
It's good to see you, Lucy.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
Cause you're in military guard, makes
Hi
sense.
there, I'm Horatius.
Hi,
I
Gracious.
understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life, and reuniting Santilla with us as well. So, thank you.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot, but some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said.
Thanks. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard. A few of
Oh
us
god.
going for drinks later?
Shall we?
It'd be nice to chat with you some more.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Right.
And what happened to your buddy Domitius? I can't say that.
He's not my. Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC, so he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament. But we had him wrong. Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out, and his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Sounds like you got what he deserved. That's a shame.
You're not wrong. See you at drinks later, I hope.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again, Cynthia.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
So not much has changed. What happened to Cynthia's?
She's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the
Oh,
underworld.
really?
Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Good. That seems a bit excessive, don't you think?
I try not to think about him at all.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's good to see you again,
You
Cynthia.
too. See you around.
Plenty more people. Georges.
Magnificent museum, is it not? Greetings. You must be the legendary oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you again, Georges.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful.
What are you doing
I
with
am
yourself these days?
reacquainting myself with Greece. It
Consider me there. Good to see you again. Fabia.
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Hi, Fabia.
To say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
You're welcome.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Not like I have to work with all the silver Karen gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
I mean, that's one way to spend your life. Sounds like a life well spent. I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I really am.
It's good to see you, Fabia.
You too.
Well. Oh, the Hermit Philosopher. You're even here.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
You had before, though. I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for.
Whatever that word means. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
It's good to see you again.
Thanks once again.
Hi. Oh, good you're here. Please keep out the furniture. Even clean hands can damage the fragile surfaces of these rare pieces. Yeah, still shit, huh?
Oh, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
Hi, Dacius.
I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
Please thank me, he was entirely unattended.
Serving wit. I love it.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
I can't really see the future, I'm afraid. I wouldn't help you even if I could.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Dacius. I won't take no for an answer.
DVD rentals have a bright future. Podcast television is going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to make a huge comeback. Let's say DVD rentals.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm going to make a bloody fortune.
Well, yeah, good luck with that.
Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
At least he's an idiot.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Nice to see you too, Octavia.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. I'm not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Sounds like another cause. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It's good to see you again. Livia.
Greetings.
Good to see you looking well, Livia.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What do you do with yourself these days?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Read any good poems lately?
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Well said. Perhaps you're right. It's good to see you again, Livia.
you. Farewell, friend.
Alright. Kabash.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks, Kabash.
You know my name. Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you doing with yourself these
For a
days?
time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman. And I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like you've earned it.
Indeed.
It was good to see you again, Kabash. Oh.
Hello there.
You must be Sansella.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Which monster?
You didn't hear. My adoptive father, Sentius, locked me up in the
So-
upper system to stop me from escaping. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
So is there any way I could have done that? Like rescued her without, like when you rescue her, it triggers one. It triggers an ending, doesn't it? Like, can I possibly do that? Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sorry, no idea. Sounds like you got what he deserves. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Opus on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
I might just do that. Nice to meet you, Gabriella.
You too.
Opius.
It's nice to
Not
finally
suicidal, I hope.
I'm Opius.
Good to see you again, Opius.
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope? Missed out on all of this. So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way. Sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
I'm glad you're happy.
I wouldn't be here without you.
Well, it was mostly hilarious, technically, but whatever. It's good to see you, Ulfius. I mean, I did do it. I did do the work once, but you know, it's like weird. Ulfius.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too, Ulfius. You too. What did you say your name was?
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
What are you doing with us these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. A place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Well, you know, it is complicated to suddenly be flung to the future. Though I guess I swung to the past and did pretty alright. I don't know. Anyway, it turns out you're right. The statue is really watching us.
Good to know. Anyway, it was good practice for the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere. Got to stay vigilant.
That is unfortunately true. Good to see you again, Rufus.
Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. I'm really grateful.
Rachel?
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Good to see you, Rachel.
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets, full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
Well, there's still a lot of work to do. It was good to see you again, Rachel.
As Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
I may just take you on then.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, is that everyone? There's still stuff to look at. But yeah, I think most of this stuff is stuff that was already in the ancient times and we've already seen it all, so just gonna give a quick look, you know.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You're whispering to me all along.
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues, and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could. Thank you. You created the time loop.
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of a cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath.
What became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
What became of Karen?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Sequel? I don't know. I'm not sure if you plan on making a sequel or anything. I mean, I know it was pretty popular. At least I heard a lot about it last year, so I assume it did well, you know? And I definitely want to see what else these people can do and make. I don't know if you've made much else than this, though. I really don't know. Anyway, it's nice meeting you.
And you. Although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Of course.
Because they remember you. Well done, my friend.
Oh,
of
hello.
All the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Is that supposed to be me in the middle there, maybe? I think so. Ending 4-4. I forgot which other endings I got. If it was 1, 2, or 3, or whatever, like. But this definitely seems like the most, you know, the best ending, if you want to call it that. And maybe, you know, I don't know what the term is, like. Whatever. Like good versus bad ending, you know? You know, it's very subjective and very like, well, what does that even mean, kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. Now, what's all this? What if you enjoyed the Gun City? We'll also make even better games in the future, and you can help by recommending the Gun City to a friend or writing a review. The more people play a game, the more we can level up. If you'd like to know when we announce the next project, you can follow us here. Well, I may do that, but I'm not gonna do that right now because it would probably take me to a website, and I'm doing a recording and it's all weird. I don't want to do that. But it's nice to know that's, you know, something you can look at if you want. I don't know. So yeah, I still feel like I kind of want to end it now. Even if there's another ending, like how different can it be? Is it that important that I do it? Like should I? Because that really feels like a good way to end. Like it feels like that's the way I want to end. But I don't think I can leave the game alone. I like the game so much that I want to do everything I can, and I know there's another ending somehow, somewhere, and I'm gonna look up the steps to do it and see where I can go from there. Like, and you know, maybe there's other stuff I can do. You know, I think that like there was one quest or something I didn't do fully, or I don't know, but there might be a few more things I can do if it's a very short episode next time, which I doubt it will be. But I think I want to do more. I want to do more. Something like this game keeps pulling me back. Like, it keeps saying like, you know, there's more to it, and it's gonna be worth it. Like, it has been worth it every single time I continue this game. I've been like, you know, there's been slow moments, slow times where I haven't gotten much done, but I still got things done. Like, still did things. You know, the game is really good at keeping stuff happening, and it's all interesting, all like fascinating and makes you think, and you know, twists and turns and everything. Like what this game does is like, I don't know, it's just very well made, and it's hard to like. It's also a game that it's like, how did they even think of all the ways these paths intersect, and like it's making the time loop works as well as it does. Like there's barely any point I'm like, well, this doesn't make sense right now because the time loop should take this into consideration. No, it all makes sense as far as I can tell. I mean, there might be a few things that haven't, but you know, it's fine. Like it still works so well, and I don't know. That's why I want to keep going, because I want to see like maybe there's some crazy other ending that is gonna blow my mind, or maybe it's just gonna be a little tiny ending that's, you know, fine, you know, just an ending, little fun ending. I have no idea what it could be though. Like I still think somehow I could convince Pluto, the god of the underworld. Somehow I still think there's something you can do there maybe, but that's the only thing I can think of. But I mean, how much would that really change? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look up the endings and see which one I haven't gotten, and I'm gonna do that. And next time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the last ending, or at least try to. I don't know if I even can. Like, maybe I should. Yeah, I should probably look into that before the next episode, if I even can do it somehow. I think you can do all the endings in one go. I don't think you need to like do a new game or anything. That's what it seems like so far. So I hope that's the case, and I don't need to do anything. I mean, yeah, like the game is literally a time loop, so things should be totally possible, right? Like everything resets, so it should be possible, right? But maybe not. I don't know. I'm just, you know, hoping I can do it, and I don't waste my time next time. But in any case, you know, maybe I won't have an episode next time, and I'm just gonna title this finale eventually. Like right now, I'm just gonna title it part whatever this is, part 15 or 16 or something. I don't know which episode I'm on. But yeah, that's it. See you next time. Maybe, I don't know.